Voting is expensive, and it can also be dangerous. This is a story of a black BLM activist out of Memphis who just was hit with 6 years and a day jail sentence for registering to vote. Moses is a Black Lives Matter activist. She's a former Democratic mayoral candidate in Memphis. She had an extensive record of felony convictions, including a conviction for tampering with evidence that caused her to permanently lose her voting rights in the state. According to her, she did not know that. What Pamela Moses is saying is, hey, I thought once I was off probation I could vote again. I didn't know when I pled guilty to this charge, and according to her lawyers, a lot of people plead guilty to this shit just to get it out the way because they don't have money to fight it in court. Well, in Georgia, if you plead guilty to tampering with evidence, which could be deleting a message, or people think tampering with evidence like she broke into a squad car and did some shit. Nah, she could have just threw some weed under the car. She could have just tried to flush a bag of weed. I don't know. I don't know what it was, but let's not act like it's like, some clandestine operation, like, on CIA level. Like we're not talking about snowfall. It could be something that small. But her defense is, hey, I'm not the one who said I could vote, you were. I may have said I thought that was good, but you granted me the right to vote. And now you're gonna lock me up for you allowing me to vote? I didn't run in with a gun and take over the polling place. Yeah, I didn't cause an insurrection at the polling location. I just went up like everybody else and voted, Johnson. And for that, you're going to give a sister 6 years? 6 years? What I think is evident in this case is that somebody don't like Pamela Moses. Turns out, I was right about this. Okay, so I did a little research on this after I did this video. Atlanta Black Star has an article. Black Lives Matter activist wins nominal victory in defamation lawsuit against Shelby County Commissioner. Okay, so Pamela Moses is the founder of the Black Lives Matter Memphis chapter. She took them to court, Shelby County Commissioner Terry Rowland to court, because during a hearing, he called her a terrorist and said that Black Lives Matter was terrorist and that the FBI should be watching her. She filed a defamation lawsuit that she won. Now, she only won $500, but after winning that $500 from Terry Rowland, she made this statement. She said, it's not a victory for me, it's a victory for Memphis and Shelby County because a cultural shift has occurred that says it's okay to stand up to white supremacy. It's okay to stand up to people who are wrong. So, yeah, I think this is payback because she's been very outspoken and been a thorn in the side to folks in Memphis for a minute. That's what don't like you looks like. And here's the reason why I say that, Johnson. Several notable instances of voter fraud among white male Republican voters from the 2020 presidential election have emerged. Las Vegas GOP voter Donald Kirk Hartle was charged and convicted last year for forging his wife's name on her ballot after he alleged that someone else had stolen her ballot. Hartle was sentenced to probation. Yeah, see, Hartle did it, the white guy. The white guy in Vegas who voted forging his wife's name on an absentee ballot, he got probation. That's different than 6 years. Similar instances happened in Ohio and Pennsylvania where GOP officials and voters admitted to casting ballots for their dead parents. Cases in which the men received probation and no more than 3 days in jail. So I'm noticing a pattern. And look, I got a feeling you're going to find there are other people, there may be some other black people who got different charges as well. I don't want to say this is just because she's black. I'm going to say it's because she's black and they don't like her at all. Yeah, that's what I'm going to say, Johnson. I think there's some bad blood with her and the folks over there in Memphis. She ran for mayor. She been beefing with the system. She a BLM activist. They saw her coming. They're like, we're going to make an example out of this woman. According to her lawyer, Pamela Moses was floored when she found out about the 6-year sentence, but she remains hopeful that the sentencing could be overturned on appeal. He's hoping her case can be turned to court by June. Until then, she remains optimistic that her fight isn't done. I agree with her. I think this is excessive, obviously obsessive, and it's prejudicial. It's just because they don't like her. Now, I have no proof, but I got a feeling. I don't think anybody would risk jail time to vote for Joe Biden. That's crazy.
That's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? That's a bet, right? That's a bet, right? That's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? That's a bet, right? That's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? That's a bet, right? That's a deal, right? That's a deal, right?